Okay, why does this process that just sucks to deal with, why is it important to me, right? If you go to your executive, you're like, hey, let's talk about returns. Very often it's not that interesting of a conversation because you're like, no one wants to deal with it. But here's the reality about distribution organizations. Every single one of you on this call this year for, let's say 2025, I guarantee you one of the focuses is profitable growth. You want to grow, but we need to grow profitably, right? Whether it's taking market share, whether it's inorganic through acquisition, you need to grow and you need to grow profitably. We're growing or we're dying. Well, the key to unlocking that is through your customers, whether it's growing existing customers, net new customers, and great vendor relationships. Can we buy at the right price? Can we buy in the right quantities? And the key to unlocking that, and this triangle here that you see is actually what we call the Triangle of Profitability. We've coined that term, right? And this is, as a distributor, how do you unlock profitability and how do you unlock growth? And it ultimately comes down to the people in your business. If you look at what you sell as a distribution organization, it's probably no different than what your competitors are selling. Maybe you have a different vendor mix, but at the end of the day, it's the same. So your people drive the customer experience. So when our customers look at how can they make a differentiator, what are the things that a returns project can drive? Because hardly any distributor has an active project to solve returns, right? It's not often. I mean, I would say maybe a handful of our customers are like, yes, we knew we needed to solve returns. Usually they go through an evolution to realize what our customers realized, which is a returns process has a major impact on customer experience. Most of the time, I'm sure you deliver a great experience on returns, but 10% of the time, things slip through the cracks, things fall, you forget about a return, and now you have major impacts on the customer experience, which can lead to other things like AR invoice disputes. So the customer experience is one. How do we deliver a great customer experience for your customers? Two is the amount of manual labor that companies have to throw at this problem. We always say a return takes a village to process, right? You have sales involved, potentially CSR involved. If you have your own fleet, you have a driver involved. Your warehouse, your purchasing team, if you're talking about a drop ship or defective return, and then your finance team. A return can touch up to 6 different departments inside of your organization. Right? And so often distributors have optimized the flow from how do you move product downstream. I buy it from a manufacturer, I store it, I resell it, I invoice it. It's very seamless. Well, when you talk about returns, all bets are off. Sometimes I take this process, sometimes I take that process. Is it defective? When was it purchased? We have customers who have 18 different SOPs for returns. Different by vendor, different by when they bought. It is complicated.